Hello and welcome to my video, lesson 2.7, order of operations. So we're going to just look at this first question up here, and we're going to notice that those four are actually all the same. So just first of all, I want to mention that we've got this sign here that generally I'm going to use instead of a times, because this I use in algebra. Okay, so like I'll have 3x plus 2. That doesn't mean 3 times a plus 2. It means there are 3 x's plus 2. Okay, so I'm going to reserve that for algebra from now on. So that dot is a times instead. Or I might write it like this, where I've got my brackets on either side. And if two brackets are touching, it means it's multiplying in between. Okay? And so all four of these are actually the same thing because of something called BEDMAS. So let's do this like a grade 3er would look at this question. Grade 3er would say, well, 12 minus 3 is 9. Okay, and then they'd say 9 times 2 is 18, and then they'd say 18 plus 5 is 23. For a grade 3er, not bad, but that is definitely not the right answer. So what we have to do is we have to follow this thing called BEDMAS. So I've got BEDMAS written up and down like that. So BEDMAS, each letter just stands for a word. So B brackets, B brackets, E exponents, D division, M multiplication, A addition, S subtraction. So let's follow BEDMAS up here. And so if we look down, we don't have any brackets on this top one. So no brackets, so we can ignore that. No exponents, we can ignore that. No division, we can ignore that. But there is multiplication, so let's do that first. So first things first, we have to have, instead of this 20, we ended up with 23 without the BEDMAS. We're going to have 12 minus, and now we're going to do this part, 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then we keep the plus 5. So now we have simplified the question by doing multiplication first. Okay, and then it says addition. So let's add those two. So we've got 12 minus 11. And then last, we have subtraction. So now we have 12 minus 11, so it equals 1. Okay? And all of these are actually done exactly the same way because this is done first, or in this case, whatever is inside our brackets is done first, but it's multiplication, so it's still the same. Okay? So 1 is a wildly different answer than 23. So grade 3 answer, 23. Grade 6 answer, 1. And we have to be aware of that. One thing I want to say is that BEDMAS is not a perfect way to remember this, because I color-coded here. Division and multiplication are the same thing. So let's try this. Let's try it with division first. This question here, let's with division first. So if we did division first, we would have 8 divided by 2 is 4, and then 4 times 4 equals 16. Now let's try it with multiplication first. So 8 times 4 is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. So there's a really cool rule. It means that you can flip multiplication and division. It doesn't matter what order you do it in, it'll still get you the same answer. And so that's not really a proof, but it is an example. And now we're going to try addition and subtraction. Same rule applies, but let's take a look here. So 2 plus 6 is 8. Then you minus 3. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Or the other way around, 6 minus 3 is 2. Oh, whoops. 6 minus 3 is not 2. 6 minus 3 is 3 plus 2 equals 5. So you can see that those two are the same. So I color-coded it a little bit. Brackets first, exponents. Exponents we don't really get to as much in grade 6. but brackets for sure we do, division, multiplication, and then addition, subtraction. So I want you guys to try this. I'm going to give you a second. Please pause this if you want to. Alright, here you go. Let's try this. I'm going to use purple this time. So in this case, what do we have to do first? Well, the first instinct is to do multiplication first, but actually there are brackets here. So we have to do the brackets first. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we've got the multiplication. Okay, because I have to do whatever's inside the brackets first. So 2 times 7 is 14. Now if we make a little more complicated question, we might actually have something else inside the bracket. So let's say we have 6 minus 2 times by 2, and then we have divided by 4 minus 2. Okay, now we'd have to do whatever's inside the brackets. So this one on the right's easy. This one's 2. Or maybe we can even get rid of the brackets. And on the left, whatever's inside the brackets, now we have to do bedmass again. So that means we have to do the multiplication first. So 6 minus 4. And then you can do 6 minus 4 and get that answer, which is 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Okay, so just to say that you can have like bedmass inside of bedmass. So be aware of that in this type of situation. Alright, I hope this video helps your order of operations. Good luck.